Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am again in front of you with the lecture of class 12th. In the lecture of class 12th today, I will solve the questions of 6.4 exercise. This is 6.5 exercise that is based on the maxima and minima. 6.4 exercise is deleted from the syllabus. That comes in the revised syllabus of CBSE. So I will solve this 6.5. First lecture I have delivered yesterday. So today I will do the 6.5 exercise of NCERT. So let's start with the first question, in which you have to find the maximum and minimum values if any of the following function given by these four parts. These four functions are given by the examiner, and you have to find the maximum and minimum value of the function. Okay. How you can find out? I have explained the definition. If fx is less than f of c, then fc is the maximum value, and if fx is greater than f of c, then fc is known as the minimum value. Okay, so I will do without using the derivative of by using only the definition. I will do these question. I will find the maximum and minimum value without using the derivative. Okay, if I have some confirmation about the function. Okay, so let's start with the first question. First is, you have to find the maximum and minimum value of this function fx is equals to 2x minus 1 whole square plus 3. Now how we can solve it? Square is always a positive quantity. You all know 2x minus 1 whole square, that is greater than equals to 0. Okay, because square is always a positive quantity, I will add 3 on both sides. 2x minus 1 whole square plus 3 greater than 0 plus 3, that is 3. This is the function, that is fx. Fx is greater than 3. That means the minimum value of fx is, the minimum value of fx is equals to 3 according to the definition. Maximum value does not exist, right? Does not exist. So this is the way to solve the question number 1 and part first. Now come to the second question. Second part, in which the function is given as 9x squared plus 12x plus 2. How we can solve it? Here the square is already given, but here the square is given with x square. How we can have the confirmation about this function? So first of all, you have to make the perfect square of this function. How you can find, how you can make the perfect square? Taking 9 common from all the terms, we have x square plus 12 by 9 x plus 2 by 9, right? Now I will add half coefficient of x, add and subtract to make it a perfect square. So I will add, for this I will delete this portion to, I will eliminate it into the lower part, that is 3 4s are 3 3s are. So it is equals to x square plus 4 by 3 x plus 2 by 9. To make it a perfect square, I will always add. You all have done in class 10 how to make a perfect square by method of completing the squares. Half into coefficient of x, that is 4 by 3 whole square, will be added and subtracted in this value. So this will equals to 2 to the 4 by 9. So I will add x square plus 4 by 3 x plus 4 by 9, and 4 by 9 will be subtracted from it to make it a perfect square. Okay, so I will rub from this side. Okay, next step. Now I will write x square x a square plus b square plus 2ab. So that will equals to, when you do it as a 2 by 3 into 2ab, that is 4 by 3x. So that is the center one. So I will write down x plus 2 by 3 whole square. And here when you take the LCM, it will become minus 9. So I will write it as a minus 2 by 9. Right, now I open the bracket, 9x plus 2 by 3 whole square minus 9 and 9 will cancel 2. Now I have a perfect square. How we can solve? I will rub from this side. How you can take the square to make the perfect square? you always have half coefficient of x, right? After this, there is a square. Square is always a positive quantity. So I will write x plus 2 by 3 whole square is greater than equals to 0. Okay. Now multiply 9. I want to make function here. So I see the function and the which term is multiply. I will multiply the same number with that number. If the addition is there, I will do the addition. If subtraction is there in the function, so I will do the subtraction, so that I will reach at a particular result where the maxima and minima we can confirm. Okay. Next is x plus, now I will multiply with 9. 9x plus 2 by 3 whole square greater than equals to 0. When multiplied by 9 on both sides, it will equals to 0. Now subtracting, this is f of x, subtracting minus 2 on both sides, x plus 2 by 3 whole square minus 2 greater than equals to minus 2. This will equals to fx. Fx is greater than equals to minus 2. That means minimum value, I will write the short form, minimum value is equals to minus 2. Maximum value does not exist, right? So this is the way to solve the first two questions. Now come to the third. Third is also same, but there is a little bit difference in these questions. That is, in this question, that is, it already has this perfect square. I will draw from this side also. Now I will solve question number 3rd and 4th. It already has the square. So I have the confirmation about the square. Square is always a positive quantity. So I will write that positive quantity. Okay. The next is fx. Third part is fx is equals to negative x minus 1 square plus 10. Now I know x minus 1 square is always positive, but there is a negative sign. When I take the negative sign, the linear inequality sign will also change like this. Okay. Now I will add 10 on both sides. Plus 10, 0 plus 10, that is 10. It will equals to fx less than equals to 10. That means here we have the maximum value, right? That maximum value is maximum value of fx is equals to 10. Minimum value does not exist. Okay. So this is the third part of first question. Now come to the fourth part. In this question, you have to find the maxima and minimum again. But how you can find out? Here we have the cube. How we have the confirmation of positive and negative sign. So that's why I will do the derivative g dash x. That is equals to 3x square. Now we have a square that is greater than equals to 0. This implies gx is increasing function, right? It is increasing function. This implies gx does not have extreme values. Does not have extreme values, right? The extreme value, no maxima, no minima, because it is an increasing function, not stand anywhere. So we have no confirmation about the extreme values, that is maxima and minima. Now come to the second question. Now we have question number 2, in which the statement is same but the functions are different. This function is in modulus form, this is in trigonometric function of sine. This is the combination of both trigonometric function as well as absolute value. So I will do these 3 questions for all of you. So let's start with the question number 2, first part. What is that question? That function is given as x plus 2 minus 1. First of all, modulus is always a positive quantity. So I will take it as x plus 2 is greater than equals to 0, right? Now I subtract minus 1 on both sides. So x plus 2 minus 1 greater than equals to minus 1. So this is a function, that is function fx less than equals to minus 1. Minimum value, that is minimum value of fx is equals to -1, right? And maximum value does not exist, right? It does not exist. Now come to the way of doing the question is exactly the same as the first question, but in this question there is a little bit difference. We have hx that is equals to sine 2x plus 5, right? You all know the values of this domain is -1 to sine 2x less than -1 to 1, right? It will equals to -1 to 1. It is equals to the closed interval. That's why I will take equals to sign with it. Now I will add 5 in 3 of these sides like this. Sine 2x plus 5 less than equals to 1 plus 5. So we have 4 less than equals to sine. This is a function that is given to you, that is hx. So I will write it as hx less than equals to 6. Now you all know this is the maximum value, this is the minimum value. Maximum value is equals to 6 and minimum value is equals to 4, right? So this is the way to solve the second question. Now come to the third question. Third question is again we have x sine 4x plus 3, right? So I will write these questions and how it can work. We have again the trigonometric function has the domain -1 to 1. So I will start with the trigonometric function of third question. Third question is fx is given as sine 4x plus 3, right? It is in modulus sign. I will take sine 4x lies between -1 to 1, right? Because it exists between -1 to 1. Now I will add 3 by watching this. Add 3, -1 plus 3 less than equals to sine 4x plus 3 less than equals to 1 plus 3. It will equals to 2 less than equals to sine 4x plus 3 and less than equals to 4. I will take the modulus sign with all of these. The 2 less than equals to, that will equals to fx less than equals to 4. So therefore maximum value is equals to 4 and minimum value is equals to 3, right? And minimum value is equals to 2, right? So this is the way to find maximum and minimum values together. That is not in equation number 1. Now come to the question number 3. Now I have taken the question number 3 and there are four different parts. The method of doing these questions are same, but these are in trigonometric function, these are in irrational functions, and these are in rational, and this is a simple function. So I have taken the 4 different type of functions. Okay, before starting this question I want to tell you the second derivative test. I want to remind you about the second derivative test. I have already tell you about the first derivative test and second derivative test. Before starting this I will again repeat the step of that second derivative test. First is take function. Second, find f dash x. Third, you have to using f dash x is equals to 0 to find the value of x. Then you have to check the value of x at f double dash x. If it is greater than 0, then it has greater than 0, it has minima. If it is less than 0, it has maxima. So let's start with these steps which I have told you in my previous lecture. So let's start with the question number first. Solution of first question. I will take the function first, that is gx, x cube minus 3. This is 3x. First step you have to find g dash x, 3x square minus 3, right? Now g dash I will take it as 3x square minus 1, right? Take g dash x is equals to 0. 3x square minus 1 equals to 0. This 3 goes here and becomes 0. X square is equals to 1 and x is equals to plus minus 1. X has two values, 1 and minus 1. Now find g double dash x. What is the value of g double dash x? That is 3 to the 6x. Now I will check g double dash x at x is equals to, first of all, 1. When you put 1, this 6 1 are 6, that is greater than 0. That means maxima gx has minima at x is equals to 1. The minimum value, local minimum value. First of all, I will find, then at last I will find the second, that is maximum and minimum value. And we will check at second point, that is minus 1, x is equals to minus 1. When you put it, it will equals to minus 6 less than 0. Gx has maxima at x is equals to minus 1. Now come to the values. First of all, g of local maximum or local minimum value, that is equals to g function is given as a g and x value is equals to 1, g of 1. So I will put the value here, 1 cube minus 3 into 1, 1 cube minus 3 into 1, that is 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. Now local maximum value, that is equals to g of minus 1. So I will put minus 1 cube minus 3 into minus 1, this will equals to minus 1 plus 3, that is 2. The maximum value is 2. So this is one of the simple question. Now I will take second question. Second question is very simple, but it is a changed function because trigonometric function is there. So you have to take hx is equals to sin x plus cos x, right? When x lies between pi by 2 to, you will take the values between 0 to pi by 2, okay? I will start with the derivative. It will equals to sine. Derivative of sine is cos and cos minus sine, right? I will equate in the third step using critical value points. Cos x minus sin x is equals to 0. Then sin x is equals to cos x. So I will take this cos in the denominator. Sin x upon cos x is equals to 1. Then tan x is equals to 1 and x is equals to pi by 4. Yes, it belongs to open interval 0 to pi by 2, which is given to you. Now we will find h double dash x. When you find h double dash x, that means the second derivative of this one, minus sin x and cos x, right? When I take negative common, it will convert into positive value. I will check the value of this at x is equals to pi by 4. As you all know, when you put the value negative sine pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4, it will give negative 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. That means it is a less than 0. No need to simplify. It totally shows that it is a negative value. After simplification, we will again get a negative value. So no need to do the simplification. You can tell that hx has maxima at x is equals to pi by 4 and x maximum local maximum value, then you will put the value of x is equals to pi by 4. So I will put the value pi by 4, that is h. Pi by 4 is sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4. So this is sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4. So that will equals to 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. That is 2 times of root 2. So if you want to write root 2 and root 2 upon root 2, this and this will cancel, answer is root 2. So this is the maximum value. Minimum does not exist because there is only one point at which the function is maximum. Okay, now come to the third question, that is, in this the question's statement, along the statement there is one condition is also given, x should be greater than 1, 0. That should be positive. Okay, this is the x greater than 0. So how I will do this? Very simple. Third part, I have a function gx, that is x by 2 plus 2 by x, right? G dash x, that is equals to 1 by 2 minus 2 upon x square, right? I will use the critical value points, that is half minus 2 upon x square is equals to 0. Then 2 upon x square is equals to half. Take the cross multiplication, x square is equals to 4 and x is plus minus 2. That means x is equals to minus 2 and 2. But x should be positive because I have write down because x is greater than 0, therefore x is equals to only 2. You will reject this minus 2. Now find g double dash x. When you find g double dash x, 1 by 0 becomes 0 and minus 2 and it will goes, it is exactly the minus 2 x raised to power minus 2. It will comes along with this minus 2 to the 4. So I will write 4 positive x raised to power minus 3, right? Because it becomes 0. So 2 to the 4 x minus 3. It will equals to 4 upon x cube. When I put the value x is equals to 2. So that gives 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8 less than 0. Oh, it is greater than 0, right? 4 1 is 4, 4 2 is 8. So it is greater than 0, half is more than 0. Therefore, gx has minima at x is equals to 2. Therefore, local minimum value. What is the value? You have to put 2 in this values, g of 2. Only substitute the value of x, that is 2 upon 2 plus 2 upon 2. After cancellation we get 1 plus 1, that is 2. So very simple to find the local maxima and local minima. Okay, now come to the last question. That is a little bit complicated because irrational function is there. We have to simplify. We need some more time as compared to these questions. We need some more time to simplify it. So how you can solve it? First of all, fourth part, fx is given as x under root of 1 minus x, right? Find f dash x is equals to, there is u and v, right? X as it is, derivative of this is 1 upon 2, 1 minus x and further minus 1 plus 1 minus x as it is and derivative is 1. Now negative x upon 2 root 1 minus x plus under root 1 minus x. Take the LCM, minus x plus 2, 1 minus x upon 2 under root of 1 minus x. This is f dash x, right? Now f dash x is equals to minus x plus 2, then minus 2x upon 2 under root of 1 minus x. Now 2 and 1, 3. F dash x is equals to minus 3x plus 2 upon 2 under root of 1 minus x. Now I will equate it. F dash x is equals to 0. I will take this value minus 3x plus 2 upon 2 under root of 1 minus x is equals to 0. This goes here and cancel out. So we have 3x plus 2 is equals to 0, minus 3x is equals to minus 2 and x is equals to 2 by 3. Now we need to find f double dash x. That is little bit lengthy as compared to other questions. So f double dash x. This is the half as it is. Take it as a constant. No need to do the differentiation of this one. This is a constant, remain as a common factor. And when you do the apply u upon v, then 1 minus x whole square. It is 1 minus x. Derivative of this, that is minus 3. Minus as it is, this value is as it is, that is minus 3x plus 2. And the derivative of this is 1 upon 2 under root of 1 minus x and further is minus 1, right? So I will close this. Now square and root will cancel. Half as it is, when I apply minus 3 under root 1 minus x plus minus 3x plus 2 upon 2 under root of 1 minus x divided by 1 minus x, right? Now I will do the simplification. I will rub from this side to do the simplification. Okay. next step is half f double dash x. Half, take the LCM of it, that is 3 2s are 6. 1 minus x plus minus minus then plus 2 upon, I will take this in the denominator, 1 minus x under root of 1 minus x. This is half this minus 6 plus 6x minus 3x plus 2 upon 2 1 minus x under root of 1 minus x, right? It will equals to half, this is 6x and this is 3x minus 4 upon 2 1 minus x under root of 1 minus x. Now no need to do the further simplification. I will put the value of x, that is 2 by 3, right, which I get here. When you put 2 by 3 half, then 3 into 2 by 3 minus 4 divided by 2, 1 minus 2 by 3 under root of 1 minus 2 by 3. Okay, now I will rub from this side to do the question further. Okay, now come to the next step. Next step is, when this and this will cancel, and when you solve the denominator function, it will equals to the negative value, right? At x is equals to 2 by 3, it is negative because minus 2 is there, 2 and 2 will cancel. When you apply this is minus 2 upon, this is 2, 3 minus 1 by 3, 2 into 1 by 3, because 3 1s are 3 minus 1, 1 by 3, 3 minus 1, then 1 by root 3 into 1 by root 3. So it is a negative value. When this and this will cancel, it is less than 0. Therefore, fx has minima, has less than 0 maxima at x is equals to 2 by 3. Now I will put the value local maximum value, that is put into the function, that is given as x root x, that is f of 2 by 3, right? I will put the value 2 by 3 under root of 1 minus 2 by 3. So when you solve it, it will equals to under root of 1 by root 3. So you have to remain as it is, or if you want to take the rationalization, so you can take it as 3 1s are 3, 1 by root 3. So you can take it as 2 into 3, 3 3s are 9. So remain as it is as you want. Okay, 2 root 3 upon 3 3s are 9. So this is the local maximum value. Okay, do the practice of these type of question till question number third. There are 2 questions more of this third part. Do the practice of these type of questions. Thank you.